Yes, I always felt uncomfortable in my own skin. Honestly, I don't think anyone who is very overweight can truly say they feel comfortable in their own skin. To me, those are more like excuses to avoid doing something about their weight or to hide behind a wall. I was on the verge of developing diabetes. I had to inject insulin. Those were pens where I had to set the milliliters myself. And that was supposed to bring the diabetes down. It was diabetes, a condition caused by being overweight. And on the very first day I had to take the injection, I was sitting in the kitchen, or rather, I was standing there in the kitchen, grabbed my stomach, was about to give myself the shot. And at that precise moment, my brother came in and started to cry. And that was the point where I said to myself, I have to do something now because I'm also hurting my family with this. The people around me, the ones who love me, I'm also hurting them with what I'm doing to my body. And as people always say, it's not the goal in life for your parents to have to bury you one day. And that was the point where I said, okay, this far and no further, you know? So my heaviest weight, as I always say, was 139.8. I always like to round it up to 140 kilos. I then lost weight on my own. At that point, my lowest weight was 89 kilos. And then I had another phase where I gained weight again. At that point, I was at 98 kilos. And I thought to myself, it can't be that every time I have a cheat day, I immediately see a kilo more on the scale. And then I started looking into it, and that's when I came across S-thetic. And I'm also the kind of person that if something sticks in my mind, I have to take care of it. So it just won't let me rest. Then I called, and that's when they recommended the OverStitch method to me. And they also explained it to me like this, in these words. Well, Mrs. Pagano, it's no wonder you're gaining weight, because your stomach isn't any smaller. You still have the stomach size of a 140 kilo woman. That's why you're gaining weight so quickly. And then I was also told that I would have weight problems for the rest of my life if I didn't have my stomach reduced. So I had no other choice but to have the surgery, and I was actually always against surgery because I always told myself, you did it on your own, you'll keep managing without help. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And then I decided to go with OverStitch, and I don't regret it one bit. I would do it again at any time. Just knowing that I'll never see a 3-digit number on the scale again because I simply won't let it get that far. All my clothes are still down in the basement. But honestly, I can only recommend it to everyone. Do something, but do it thoughtfully. And it also has to click in your mind, because if it doesn't, then no surgery or anything else will help. And at S-Sets, you also continue to get support from the nutritionist. For me, that's Mr. Wassman now. He also gives tips. What should I do? What can I do even better? What should I rather avoid? And you really are supported around the clock. So no matter what comes up, I can always write via WhatsApp. He always says, I actually don't need any more help, but still we have a phone call every 4 weeks, no war rather. Now it's every 8 weeks because things have gone so well for me. Yes, and thanks to OverStitch, I've gone from 98 kilos to currently, this morning I was at 81, but my weight has already been as low as 78.9. So 20 kilos since the end of February.
How was it for you after the surgery? How well taken care of did you feel then?
Amazing. Honestly, the nurses who took care of me were really there for me around the clock. It was inpatient just for one day. I think someone came in to check on me every half hour or hour. I won't lie, the pain afterwards isn't pleasant, but as they say, beauty comes at a price. Actually, it wasn't even my stomach that hurt. It was really the air in my body. But the nurses, I think, except for my tummy tuck, I've never felt so well cared for in a hospital. They were honestly just incredibly friendly. The rooms were spotless, really nicely done. The rooms even had names like Rome, Moscow, London. I think I was actually in Moscow, if I remember correctly. But I have to say, really top-notch. Also, in the operating room itself, the anesthesiologist, you get some medication to take at the beginning, of course. Everyone was very, very accommodating. Really, from